You've been doing it for years. Pop the tab. Gulp the fizz. Crumple it up and toss soda cans everywhere. And most of the time, straight into the trash. But today, that ends, because you're about to see 23 of the most mind-blowing, budget-saving, garden-glamming ways to take that so-called waste and turn it into pure magic. We're talking about pieces that look boutique, feel luxurious, and make your backyard look like a Pinterest dream board on a dollar store budget. So grab that can from the recycling bin, friend. We're making something unforgettable. Wait, before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. This channel? It's all about empowering you to create beauty from the simplest things. You deserve a garden that brings you joy, and I'm here to help you build it one simple DIY at a time. Ready? Let's transform waste into wonder. Idea 1. Hanging can lanterns that glow like magic. Picture this. A soft summer evening. The light is dimming. Fireflies dance in the distance. And above your patio table? A cluster of handmade lanterns, soft, golden, and gently swaying in the breeze. Here's how you do it. Take a standard soda can. Rinse it thoroughly and remove the top with a can opener. Wrap a thick rubber band around the center. This will act as your cutting guide. Using a utility knife or sharp scissors, slice vertical slits all around the can. Gently press down on both ends to bow the metal outward. It'll form a perfect lantern shape. Add a coat of spray paint in gold, copper, or matte black. Pop in a battery-operated tea light. And string it up with twine or thin chain. Hang these in groups, 3, 5, or 7 at varying heights. At night, they'll shimmer like floating stars. Why it works, the metal reflects light beautifully. And with just a few cans, you create ambience that feels store-bought, custom, and totally enchanting. Idea 2. Petal-perfect soda can flowers. Ever bought metal garden flowers from a store? They're beautiful, but often overpriced. What if you could make your own? From nothing but soda cans and paint? Let's do it. Cut off the top and bottom of a soda can, leaving just the smooth cylindrical body. Flatten it out carefully using the back of a spoon or a rubber roller. Draw a flower shape directly on the metal. Big daisy, sunflower, tulip, whatever you like. Cut it out with sturdy scissors. Make 3 to 4 varying sizes for layered petals. Use a pencil to curl the edges slightly, giving them real-life petal movement. Hot glue them together from largest to smallest, layering as you go. Add a button bead or painted pebble in the center. Finish with your favorite color spray paint, pastels for whimsy, metallics for elegance. You can attach them to garden stakes, hang them on fences, or cluster them in planters. Why it works, these flowers never wilt. They cost nothing, and every single one is handmade by you. A one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Idea 3. Solar light can holders that glow from within. Now, let's take those plain garden solar lights and elevate them. Here's how. Take a soda can and remove the top. Punch small holes and patterns all over the can's surface. Try stars, swirls, or even spell out words like hope or grow. Insert a solar light through the top, letting the bulb settle just inside the can. At night, the light will shine through those patterns and cast gorgeous shadows on the ground. Pro tip: paint the inside of the can white or gold for extra brightness. Cluster several along a pathway or garden border. Why it works: you're not just lighting your garden, you're painting it with light, and you're doing it with nothing but a can, a little time, and your own 2 hands. Idea 4. Bird feeders that invite beauty in. Your garden isn't just for you, it's for the birds too. Invite color, song, and fluttering wings with this soda can bird feeder. Let's build it. Take a clean soda can and cut an oval window on one side. Sand the edges smooth. Insert a small wooden stick or twig through the base to create a perch. Fill with birdseed. Paint the exterior however you like. Floral patterns, bright colors, or match your patio style. Hang it from a tree with twine or thin rope. Why it works: it's functional and beautiful. And every bird that visits adds a little life, a little joy, and a little flutter of peace to your garden space. Idea 5. Wind spinners that mesmerize. Now here's one for motion lovers. This soda can spinner dances in the wind and catches the light like a kinetic sculpture. To make it, cut vertical slits from top to bottom of a soda can, but don't cut all the way through. Twist the can gently into a spiral shape. Attach a swivel hook or fishing line at the top for smooth spinning. Hang it from a tree branch or patio beam. Want to level it up? Paint it in a rainbow gradient. Add beads or mirrors to the bottom. When the wind catches it just right, it's hypnotic. Why it works? It adds motion, shimmer, and that sense of peaceful movement every garden needs. Idea 6. Tiered Soda and Herb Garden. Want fresh basil, thyme, or mint without the mess of big planters? Here's the perfect solution. Tiered, vertical, and totally chic. Step by step, collect 3 to 5 cans and remove their tops. Paint each one a different soft pastel or vintage tone, lavender, mint green, blush pink. Drill a drainage hole in the bottom of each can, using strong adhesive or small screws. Attach the cans to a vertical wooden plank or pallet in a zigzag layout. Fill with potting. Mix and plant your herbs. Hang it against a wall or lean it near your kitchen door, just steps from flavor heaven. Why it works? It's practical, space saving, and gives you a fresh herb garden that looks like something out of a lifestyle magazine. Idea 7. Can top garden labels. So easy, so classy. You know what's underrated? A beautiful garden label. Here's how to turn can tops into charming, weather-resistant herb and veggie signs. Instructions: use a can opener to cleanly remove the tops of several soda cans. Use letter stamps or a black permanent marker to write plant names on the tops. Lavender, chives, parsley. Hot glue each can top onto a small wooden stick or bamboo skewer. Stick them in the soil of your pots or beds. Level it up. Paint the edges gold for a little rustic glam. Why it works? No more guessing what's what, and it adds a personalized charm to every planter. Idea 8. Soda can butterfly wall art. Let's bring movement and magic to your garden walls. Steps: flatten a soda can, draw a butterfly shape, or trace one, and carefully cut it out. Use a pencil to curl the wings slightly. Add color with spray paint or nail polish. Glitter works beautifully too. Hot glue each butterfly onto a reclaimed wooden board, or directly onto a garden fence. You can make a whole flight of them. Different colors, sizes, and poses. Why it works? It brings life to blank walls. Every time the breeze hits, your butterflies shimmer. From waste to whimsical. Idea 9. Mini candle pots for cozy corners. Perfect for patios, tabletops, or along garden edges. These mini candle pots are easy and adorable. Here's how. Use small soda cans or cut standard ones in half. Fill halfway with pebbles or sand for weight. Insert a votive or tea light candle. Wrap jute twine or fabric scraps around the outside for texture. Cluster them in sets of 3. Bonus tip: use citronella candles for bug protection and style. Why it works? The warm glow softens any evening, and you can make these in under 10 minutes. They're elegant in the simplest way. Idea 10. Bees bugs hotel using soda can compartments. Let's help your garden's best friends, pollinators. Create a bee hotel with nothing more than a soda can and a few natural touches. How to build it? Take a clean soda can and fill it tightly with cut bamboo sticks or rolled up pieces of paper straws. Use hot glue to hold them in place. Paint or decorate the outside of the can if you like. Mount the can horizontally on a tree, wall, or wooden post. Bees and beneficial insects will crawl in to rest, nest, and thrive. Why it works? It's eco-friendly, wildly helpful to your plants, and makes you feel like you're part of something bigger. Idea 11. Soda can succulent wall pockets. Vertical gardening doesn't have to be expensive. These little wall pockets are perfect for succulents, and they look straight out of a boutique. Here's how. Cut a soda can in half horizontally. Keep the bottom half. Carefully bend the rim inward to smooth out sharp edges. Paint it with chalk paint or wrap in fabric or twine. Fill halfway with pebbles, then potting soil. Add a small succulent, like an echeveria or jade plant. Mount to a wooden board or fence using screws or glue. Optional upgrade. Add a tiny chalk label to each pocket for plant names or little affirmations like grow, thrive, or bloom. Why it works? Succulents love shallow containers, and your fence just became a living wall. Idea 12. Can-cut garden birds. Elegant fence or tree decor. This one's pure charm. Create delicate bird silhouettes and let them perch across your fence or garden trees. To make them, flatten a soda can and trace a bird shape. A robin, hummingbird, sparrow, whatever you like. Cut out carefully and curl the wings just slightly upward. Paint in colors inspired by nature or go metallic for glam. Nail or glue them to tree branches, fences, or trellises. Why it works: they add movement, surprise, and soul to quiet garden spaces. They don't fly away, but they bring life to every corner they touch. Idea 13. Twist and flower stakes with beads. Think of this one like jewelry for your garden. Steps: cut a soda can into long, thin strips. Twist each strip into a spiral or looped petal shape. String beads along thin wire and wind through the petals. Hot glue the finished flower to a garden stake or metal rod. Cluster several together for a wildflower effect. Use glass or crystal beads for sparkle. Why it works: it's bling for your backyard. Shiny, textural, whimsical, especially when sunlight hits those beads. Idea 14. Mini patio table planter. Looks store-bought. This one's going to surprise you. It's functional, beautiful, and so easy. Instructions: use 3 soda cans as the base legs. Glue them together in a triangular formation. Spray paint them matte black or rustic bronze. Top with a round piece of wood, stone tile, or a thick plastic tray. Glue or screw securely. Decorate the base with rope or paint for style. Add a small potted plant or candle on top. Why it works: it's the perfect little end table for your garden nook, and it costs you next to nothing. Idea 15. Falling leaves mobile. The autumn whisperer. Here's one that feels like poetry. Create a mobile of soda can leaves that fall forever. To make it, cut several flattened soda cans into leaf shapes. Oak, maple, ginkgo, whatever your heart desires. Etch light vein patterns using a pencil or embossing tool. Paint in golds, coppers, reds, and oranges. Hang with clear fishing line from a circular wire base. Like a wire hanger reshaped dot, suspend at different lengths for a cascading floating leaf look. Hang it from your porch ceiling, a pergola, or a shepherd's hook. Why it works: it brings motion. Mood. A whisper of fall even in spring. And every time it moves, it tells a little story of transformation. Idea 16. Rain chain from heaven. Forget boring gutter downspouts. This DIY rain chain turns rainy days into garden theater. Here's how. Cut the tops off several soda cans, then slice the bodies into 2-inch rings. Shape the rings into links, creating a chain. Think of those paper chains we made as kids, only shinier and waterproof. Optional. Paint each link in amber blues or coppers for added charm. Attach the top to your gutter outlet. Let rain trickle down the chain in soft, sparkling streams. Bonus. Place a ceramic bowl or small pond rock base underneath for a water feature sound. Why it works: it's elegant. It's functional. It turns a problem, rain runoff, into poetry. Idea 17. Fairy house luminarias. Ready to go whimsical? These little fairy homes turn soda cans into magical moments at night. Steps: cut the top off your can, and create door and window shapes using a craft knife. Punch little holes around the roof to resemble shingles or patterns. Paint in earthy tones, moss green, bark brown, or moonlight silver. Drop in a battery-powered tea light or fairy light. Place among your garden beds, under shrubs, or along a hidden path. Optional twist. Add a small cone of painted cardboard for a fairy roof. Why it works: you're not just decorating, you're storytelling. And every visitor who sees it will feel that tiny bit of wonder. Idea 18. Rustic garden tool holder. Looks straight from an antique shop. This one's simple and solves a real problem. Here's the how-to. Flatten 3 to 5 soda cans and fold them into half-open pockets. Nail or screw them onto a wooden board in a single row. Paint or stain the wood rustic brown, and label each pocket with stenciled text. Twine, scissors, tags, seeds. Mount it in your shed, garage, or garden wall. Why it works: it's useful. It's organized. And it looks like something you bought from a high-end gardening store. Idea 19. Garden crown planters. Ever wanted your potted plant to feel royal? Here's your royal DIY moment. Cut zigzag peaks around the top rim of a soda can to form a crown. Gently sand the tips to smooth them out. Paint in regal gold, matte white, or floral pink. Place a small plastic cup or liner inside the can for actual planting. Insert a miniature flowering plant, succulent, or mossy fairy garden. Why it works: it elevates even the tiniest plant. And when you group a few of these crown planters together, it's like your garden has royalty watching over it. Idea 20. Mirror mosaic planter wraps. Let's get flashy, in the best way. Steps: cut soda cans into small, random square and triangle pieces. Lightly sand the edges and flatten each piece. Hot glue them in mosaic style onto an old clay or plastic planter. Seal with clear varnish or resin spray for waterproof shine. The result? A dazzling reflective planter that catches every ray of sunlight. Why it works? It turns a dull planter into a garden statement. The shimmer. The texture. The surprise factor. Idea 21. Soda can garden chandelier. Yes, you can. Think chandeliers are only for indoors? Think again. This DIY centerpiece will make your outdoor space feel like a garden ballroom. Step by step, collect 6 to 10 soda cans and cut them into long vertical ribbons. Curl each strip slightly using scissors to form decorative tendrils. Spray paint everything in one metallic tone, copper, silver, or matte black. Use a wire basket or old hanging planter as your base. Attach the curled strips and add beads, crystal pendants, or old jewelry for shimmer. Insert fairy lights or LED candles. Inside the center, hang it under a pergola, tree branch, or porch ceiling. Why it works? It dazzles. Day or night, it's a showpiece, one that says, "I made this." And it's stunning. Idea 22. Floating can planters for water gardens or bird baths. Ready for something truly unique? Here's how. Seal the opening of a soda can with waterproof epoxy or hot glue. Decorate with floating paint swirls, metallic accents, or leaf motifs. Place lightweight water-loving plants like water lettuce, small ferns, or even floating candles inside. Let them drift across a pond, fountain, or wide bird bath. Why it works? It creates movement and life on water. Surprising, serene, and completely original. It's like adding little islands of color and texture to your outdoor oasis. Idea 23. Soda can mosaic art panel. Your garden's masterpiece. You've created flowers, lanterns, labels, and lights. Now create the centerpiece that brings it all together. Here's the process. Collect dozens of can pieces in different colors and finishes. Cut into small tiles, squares, triangles, irregular shapes. Sketch a simple design onto a wooden board, a tree, sunburst, leaf, or abstract pattern. Use strong glue to attach the tiles one by one. Seal the whole panel with clear acrylic. Spray for shine and protection. Mount it to a garden wall, shed door, or lean it behind a seating nook. Why it works? It's personal. It's bold. And it tells your story, your creativity, your resourcefulness, your joy. 23 ideas. One soda can at a time. You didn't just follow a tutorial. You built something beautiful. With patience. With vision. With your hands. You transformed aluminum trash into garden art. And in doing so, you didn't just decorate a space. You claimed it. Made it yours. So, take that final step. Look around your garden, your lights, your spinners, your petals and paths. And know this, you did that. If this video lit a creative fire in you, do 3 quick things. Like this video to let the algorithm know DIY magic deserves a spotlight. Subscribe for more garden ideas, tiny transformations, and budget brilliance. Share it with someone who throws away their cans. Let's show them what's possible. And I want to see what you made. Drop a comment below with your favorite idea. Or better yet, tag us in your photos when you recreate one of these. Let's build this garden-loving, can-saving, creativity-fueled community together. So the next time you pop open a soda, pause. Look at that can. And don't toss it. Because now, you see what it could be. Thanks for spending this journey with me. Until next time, keep growing, keep glowing, and remember, you don't need a big budget to create big beauty.